Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Back at me. Back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if you put down Modern Warfare 3 for 45 minutes and stop raging, then you could be calm like me. Please. Please. Tomb, you aren't calm. What's going on, everybody? It's Tomb. I hope you guys like the little Old Spice intro. I figured I would bring that back. I used to do videos like that. And maybe if you guys actually go back on my channel and look, probably, I don't even know how far back you'd probably have to look. Probably about a year or so. You'll see me doing those intros. And this is not my 10K video. I'm actually going to hold off on my 10K video, my 10K thank you video, anyway, until I go to NYC. I'm supposed to go to New York City for the first time. I've never really been. I lived in Philadelphia for a very long time, and then I moved to Atlanta. I also moved to Chicago, but I've never been in New York, so it'll be my first time there. And I'm popping my Big Apple cherry. You know what I'm saying? That sounded so nasty. But I'm supposed to be hanging out with Rasigs. I'm also going to see if I can hang out with Dr. Dre. I know Rasigs is probably going to come scoop me up. We need to go get some food and pizza and talk cars and shit. But, you know, I'm going to hold off until I get that done. I'm going to make a really, really good video for you guys when I'm in New York. I'm going to do some really nice camera work, and I'm going to make sure that I do my best on this 10K video because I want it to be different, and you guys are probably going to be able to see, you know, me and my family, and that's usually something that you guys don't see. I don't usually talk about my family at all, so, you know, that's pretty much it. So, moving on, I actually wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. It's been on my mind just so much, and the reason that I putting this video up so late is because it's been on my mind, and I was like, every time I sit down to do the commentary, I don't want to do it, or I lose track, or I'm just like, what am I talking about? But what I wanted to talk about is, what would I do if I could go back in time and talk to myself as, you know, a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old? And I'm not trying to say that I was like some super duper smart kid, but I want to be able to talk to myself at an age that I would comprehend some of the shit that I would tell myself, like that the now self would tell the old self, if that makes any sense. Basically, if I could go back in time and change anything about myself, anything about my destiny, anything about my fate, whatever, would I do it? And what would I do? And to be honest, yeah, I would go back and change a whole lot of stuff. I would probably go back to around middle school, and I would have to tell myself, I'd sit Little Tomb down and be like, yo, you are not the shit bricks, son. You rock extra tall tees with your bows and fake Jordans. So I'm gonna need you to calm down. Just because you bought a fake pair of Jordans from some site in China for $45, that does not mean that you're cool. Calm the fuck down. That's probably what I would tell myself, because as a kid, I look back, and I'm only what, 18? So I'm looking back on life and looking at all the past mistakes that I've made, and I keep making mistakes, and that it's gonna happen. You're always gonna make mistakes in life. It's just you do your best to avoid them. You do your best to, you know, navigate through life without mistakes, but you somehow always end up making them. And I would go back and tell myself, you know, this is how you need to conduct yourself in this situation. This is what you need to do to get this job, because later in life you're gonna want things, and this is going to set you up to do them. I wish I had done that. I wish I really could go back and do that now. It's like now I've become a car freak, and not just a particular car, a Mustang freak. Like, I have this entire plan out in my head. My first car is gonna be a V6 2011 or 2012 Mustang. It's either gonna be black, white, or blue. After that, I'm gonna trade up to the V8, to the 5.0. After that, it's gonna be the Boss Laguna Seca 302. And then it's going to be the GT when I'm older in life. And then if they keep continuing, you know, the line, maybe if they put a V12 in the Mustang, you know, I may want to be able to do that. But I wish that I had gotten into cars earlier. I wish that I had done a bunch of this stuff earlier. I've become a sneakerhead over the last, you know, 6 months to a year. I wish that I had gotten into sneakers as a kid. Now, granted, I really did like Jordans. I really did. And I wasn't able to have them. And because of that, I was like, you know, man, fuck it. I don't have to have these in life. But now that I'm kind of in a position where I can have them sometimes and I can't have them others, it's like I want these. So if, you know, if I could go back, I wish I could have told myself, this is how you need to act, this is to get this job here at this car dealership, this is how you need to act, or this is who you need to meet to, you know, get into the sneaker game on YouTube, or meet a sneaker connection, or meet somebody who supplies sneakers to Foot Locker. You know, I got offered a job at Foot Locker a while ago, and I couldn't get the job because, one, I didn't have a license at the time, and two, I had no car to get there. So my parents would have been dropping me off. Now, granted, people have had to do that all the time, but I felt like a man shouldn't have to have his mother or his father drop him off at work. So, you know, so I turned it down, and I really wish that I could go back and say, you know, I wish I didn't do that, but I was involved with Legos as a kid. I love building stuff. I wanted to be an engineer as a kid, but now that I'm older, I realize I want to be a fireman, and I also want to work on cars. I mean, not necessarily work on any car. I would love to work for Ford. I wish that I could really just go back and become who I am now when I was like 12, and I could have that same ambition and that same drive. And I wish that I had the drive that I had back then, because right now it's so hard. It's so hard to not necessarily navigate life, but it's hard to get in a certain position to get what you want, especially in the economy that we have in America right now. Getting a job is hard as hell. Finding a job right now is as hard as finding a Kardashian with common sense. Like, that's how hard it is. And I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful. I really am grateful for the things that I have, but I know what I want for my life, and I really wish that I could have gone back and change some things. And God given the opportunity, if God gave me the opportunity to go back, whether you believe in God or not, that's you. I personally like to believe that there's a higher power, just saying. But if I could go back, if God gave me the opportunity to, like, look, you have one chance to go back in time and fix whatever you want to fix, and get with whoever you want to get with the woman of your dreams, you know, change whatever destiny is set out for your life. If you had the chance, you can go back and do it. I would go back. I would be a sneakerhead. I would be a car freak. I would be a Call of Duty monster. I would do so many things with my life that it wouldn't even be right. But let me know what you guys think. What would you do? What would you do if you could go back in time and change anything about you if you had the opportunity? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Toom. I'm out. Peace.